Hello everyone, welcome back to House Canine Services. I'm Travis Howe, owner and founder of House Canine Services LLC. And today's video is going to be on the progress made by Athena. She's my 5-month-old Rottweiler. Okay, the first thing we're going to start with today is a door manners check. So I should be able to open the door and she should not run out of it, exactly like she's doing. And then on command, let's go. Out the door we come. Okay, so from here in our normal routine, this is whenever we would go out for a potty break. Good girl. I saw it, she did use the bathroom. Good girl. Yes, you're good. Come. Good girl. Good job, wiggle butt. Good job, good girl. Good girl, I see a wiggle butt. Alrighty, so we're gonna get out our trusty clicker. She has been conditioned that the clicker means treats. Oh, she's ready to go. She knows the vest, she knows the clicker, she knows it's training time. Center. Good girl. So that's one of the fancy ones we've been working on. Good girl. So for today's equipment, we have a little tug lead. We have a leash. Since I misplaced my slip lead, we're just going to use your traditional 6-foot lead as a slip lead. So to do that, we just take the lead, pass it through the handle, and then there's a little slip lead. And then she does have her e-collar on her. We have the remote right here. So with the e-collar, there's multiple settings. We can set it low enough where it's an annoyance. We can take it up a little bit higher to pressure, and then further up will be the level of correction. For her, the setting right now is just going to be a pressure setting. So whenever I use the e-collar, I'll let you know that pressure's on, pressure's off, if we use it for anything. Good girl. So we're going to reward that behavior. I've been working on the center for her. There's some reasons for that. So we're going to reward that. So we're going to start off with just a little leash walk. Athena. Good girl. Someone's excited. Good girl. So I had the leash in her mouth, just a little and she let it go. All right, let's go. Good. We haven't done a leash walk in a little while. We've been doing free walks. It's just a little tune up. Good girl. There we go. So every time she looks up at me while we're doing the walk, I'm going to reward that. There's the eye contact, the click, and there is her reward. So we have our outside turns, and now we're going to do the inside turns. Good girl. There's the eye contact. Outside turn. Got it around. Inside turn. Inside turn. Inside turn. Good girl. Inside turn. And inside turn. Good girl. Good girl. Had distraction of the car come by, not a problem when I got that eye contact. Give her that click, followed by the treat. You don't have to use the clicker. I use the clicker, I like it. And if you're not using the clicker, you just need a word that tells her, hey, we like what you did, and you're going to get a reward for that. So she has the clicker. Yes. Paired with that, yes. So if I have the clicker, I'll give her the click. Yes, good girl. Give her the reward. Or I'll just say yes and then give her the reward. So that was a little walk. So now let's practice some off-leash walking. So, Athena, heel. Nope. Heel. Yes, good girl. Good job. So what you saw there, we've been working on the heel. That's the new thing we're working on. She's done center a lot. Yes, good girl. We really worked on that. So when I gave her a command, she went to something that she's familiar with, that she knows that usually brings about a reward, and that was center. So on default, whenever I told her heel, she just heard, okay, hey, I want her sound to get a reward, so she went right into the center. I want to get her into the heel. So all I do is just whoop, step back, forward, hand up, bingo. Good girl. So now if I want her to stay good girl. So right there, that little just a little verbal correction, little interrupter, little correction for, hey, I'm not liking what you're doing there. And then I'm going to show her what I do want. So into that heel. And hold the hand. Good girl. Good job. Uh-oh, dropped a kibble. Athena, heel. Good girl. Good girl. So right now I'm using my hand as the visual signal. Yes. Instead of the food lure, we're moving into the hand signal of following me around, following that hand for the heel. And then we have center. Yes, good girl. We've worked a lot on this one. Yes, good girl. Center. Center. Yes, good girl. Back. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Stepped on a paw. Center. Yes, good girl. Give her the reward for that as a little apology. We stepped on a paw. Yes, good girl. Good job. So the level we're working on now is holding that center position while we back up. We already have the plots. Yes, good girl. We lost the kibble, looking for it. Yep. Center. Plots. So putting her back into that, she broke the plots to look for the kibble. I missed it, I wasn't expecting it, so I didn't get to the E-collar for pressure, so we just did a reset to here. Up. Center. Yes. Plots. Yes, good girl. Up. Yes, good girl. Center. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Great. So what we're doing on that is I'm going to use center as her post-up command. So we may do a little bit of protection work, mostly probably just going to be some deterrent work. Protection is not going to be her primary purpose. I'm considering service dog training with her, but we'll see how that goes. But I do want the ability to tell her center and come into right here where I want her to be. Then I can send her for whatever I need from there. Center. Good girl. Good job. Now, let's see how she does with her downs and with her stays. Athena, break. Good girl. Plots. Good girl. Good job. So it's fairly easy once you get done a little bit to get it. Stay. But getting behind the dog is when they'll start to break it because they want to maintain that eye focus of where's my human, ready for that. Come. Yes, good girl. Good job. So the dogs will anticipate release markers, release commands to get for that reward. So often what you'll have is plots. Yes, stay. When you come behind and the eye focus breaks, yes, good girl. We've worked on that. You right there, when we hit that point where, good girl, where she couldn't, plots. Plots. Okay, didn't need the E pressure. Thought we might, but nope, she went right back down into it. So anyways, when you hit that point where the dog can no longer see you and they got to turn the head, oftentimes that's when they'll break the stay. But she's doing really good. Let's go. Good girl. So we're going to come back here to the back of the porch. Plots. Good girl. Stay. So now she should stay back there, which this is easy. We've worked up to getting almost a whole block. So just the distance of this porch is totally doable for her. So she's doing a nice, beautiful stay. So I'll tell her, come. And I want her to come right in front. And wonderful, beautiful. Good girl. Good job. Good job, Wiggle Butt. That was good. That was so good. That was so good. So what we had the other night, we were working on the downstays and then come. And she came down the hill full excited and then planted both feet right here. So it was very unpleasant. We do not want that. We want her to come right into here, come into the sit, and look at us for the next direction. Or we want her to come into a heel if we're moving out. And see, right there, offering that center again. The more you reward a behavior, the more a dog is going to offer that behavior. That's how you can begin some free shaping. This is one of the reasons actually why I don't do paw, because I don't want her to start offering that paw as an annoyance in order to get reward. So to each their own, I just choose that I don't want to do paw with her. So we're gonna bring her back and we're gonna see if she'll come into the heel from the down. We've been working on this, so we'll see how she does. Pots. Good girl. I know you can't see her because she's off camera, but she's doing a wonderful job. Stay. Heel. Into, boom. She touches the hand. She gets the reward right into that heel. Good job. Good job. So now we're going to see how she's doing. If she wants to play tug today. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Good job. There we go. Good job. Good job. Athena, out. Yes, good girl. Good job. Good job. So, might be some background noise going on, a helicopter going overhead, so I'm just going to wait a minute. Hit. Oh, good girl. Get it. Get it. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Out. Yes, good girl. Good job. So we have that release on command. Good girl. She's not real big on the tug. She'll play a little bit. She's not real huge on it. I want to start playing a little more with that. But the important thing is, out. Yes, good girl. Good job. Nice, good payday. Good girl. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl. There's the next one, is the leave it command. So we played for a little bit. I told her to leave it, and we left it. Got my clicker. So now we're going to test of food on the ground. So, leave it. Good girl. So on that one, we're going to need a little e-collar pressure. So she's not a real big fan of the vibrate, so we're going to start off with just using the vibrate. We don't even need to use the shock. We can just use the vibrate. Usually she does pretty good with the leave it, but we're excited. So, ready for the pressure? Pressure. Pressure's off. So right there, she went into the down because they applied some pressure. She doesn't really like the vibration, so she went into a behavior that usually gets her a good reward, and that is her plots. So, Athena, sit. No, sit. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl. When she gives me that eye contact instead of looking at the kibble, that's when she gets to leave it. Yep. Cheater. Leave it. Good girl. So now if she goes for it, she's going to get a little more on the shock on this one for a mild correction. So it's more of like the pressure area. Good girl. So right there it was, just a quick little boop. Good girl. Getting that icon. Good girl. So now we're going to step it up a little more. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Leave it. Waiting for that eye. Yes, waiting for that eye contact. Give her a nice good pile of kibbles. So some dropped in front. Good girl. So on that one, we dropped the kibble down between her paws, about 8 inches from the kibble pile. She didn't go for the kibble pile because her command is to leave it. And she's not engaging with it. Yes. And I get that eye contact, give her a big reward. When we do the leave it, I always want to give her a big reward. I want to reward her big for not going for the small. Pressure. Pressure's off. Plots. Good girl. So we're going to get a little closer with it. Leave it. Where it's right in front of her paws. Good girl. And give her a reward. Leave it. No pressure. Didn't need the pressure. Just the verbal. Good girl. And give her reward. And then her big reward once we're all done is break. And then she can have it anyways. Good girl. Good job. So now we're going to move into the start of her e-collar skills. So Athena, come. Good girl. Good heel. Platz. Good girl. Good job. Stay. One of the things that I like about the e-collar that I use is it has the tone, the vibrate, and the shock, all three. We can use the tone to teach her different things. For example, yes, good girl, good job. Good girl, good job. Good job, that was so good. That was so good. Oh, good girl, good job. Good job, that's my little girl, good job. So if I hold the tone, it does beep, 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 and this continuous beep. We've been pairing that with the come command where when I press it and beep, 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 she'll come back to me. So now I can place her in various positions and in practice with that beep, 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 and then get her to come to me. I can do one beep. Wait till she's not looking at me. Athena. So just wanted her attention on that one, but she was like, hey, I'm coming back ready to go. So I tend to good to go. So I tend to use one beep for the name. See, again, coming back to that, when you practice a behavior a lot and reward it, they're going to begin to offer that behavior up even without command. But anyways, getting back to it, I use the one beep for her attention. So if she's out doing something, one beep would be her name, and her name meaning, hey, I want your attention. And then from there, giving her the various commands. So right now, she's not a real big fan of the buzz. So I'm using the buzz as a low-level pressure, the vibrate. But I could also use the low-level vibrate for a command. So I could begin to teach her that instead of it being something bad, it's actually a cue for, hey, come do this. But for now, I like having the ability to tell my dog, hey, come back to me. Hey, I don't like what you're doing. Or, hey, that's bad, stop that. Or, hey, don't run into traffic, for example. It's another reason why I like the e-collar that I use. It has 16 levels. It's very easy to quickly move up or down for whatever the occasion is. So if we're out on a walk and all of a sudden she were to decide to start bolting off toward a car, I could easily take it from the pressure to emergency for needing her to stop, and then quickly bring it back down as well. So I think that just about wraps up the command progress that she has. She's doing absolutely phenomenal. Let's see. Oh, we'll do another test. We'll bring her down here and we'll break the line of sight. Athena, come. Break the line of sight for the downstay. So moving off camera here, down on my steps. Athena, bats. Yes, stay. So now I have her on the landing down there. You can kind of see me through the lattice, but working that, hey, I'm no longer right there present. We're not in that direct sight, and she's still so pressure, pressure, plots, plots, So the pressure didn't work. She's like, I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to walk her back down here. Athena, let's go. Come. Good girl. Plots. Pressure, 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 and she's down. So that was just the vibrationary pressure. Stay. So I'm going to turn that up just a touch, where if she breaks it this time, she will get a correction. So the pressure, she was like, don't really care, I want to be up there. So if she breaks the stay this time, she will get the correction for it. There's the beeps. And there we go. A little assistance for the down, for the sits. That's okay. That was pretty good overall. So we'll set that over there. So at this point, we're just going to practice some of the plots, the downs, the centers. Don't need the e-collar for this point. This is all kind of what I call just free teaching moments, where if she doesn't get it, she just simply doesn't get her reward is all. So, center. Yes, good girl. Heel. Yes, good girl. Plots. Plots. Yes. Center. Good girl, good job. Oh, kibble went everywhere. Leave it. Yes, good girl. Center. Yes, good girl. So now it's getting a follow along. Center. Nope. Nope. Center. Yes, good girl. Right like that. So if she does a behavior that's not the Athena, center. Getting a little wound up. Center. Yes, good girl. So we're going to use the hand signal for her because I want her to stay with me. So we're going to start to do some turns. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Give her a reward. Good girl. So now we're beginning our movements. Good girl. We've been practicing this for a while. She's doing fantastic. Big reward. Good girl. Good girl. Break. All right, so hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you dropped the thumb. Wow, blundered that. So I hope you enjoyed the show. If you like what you saw, if you like Miss Athena here, give that little thumbs up button a like. And then if you have any questions about training or you'd like to see more, just drop a comment. If you're in the Bridgeport Wheeling area and you are interested in some dog training, feel free to reach out to my email. It'll be in the description. And I look forward to seeing you all again. Good sit, good girl. Good job. Fine.